Alright, so in problem number 4, if you would draw the triangle and label the information. Again, we're going to be using law of sines here, so keep in mind we need to have either two sides or an angle or two angles per side. Chat with your partner so you guys are in agreement on the triangle. Turn the video back on when you're ready to continue. Alright, so this problem, we're told the triangle is isosceles. Key here is that we have base angles of 46 degrees, which is telling me that the two angles that are equal to each other are both 46 degrees. And then the equal sides both have a length of 26. So it says use the law of sines to find the base of the triangle. So that would be, I'll change the colors here, but that would be side P. So again, you need to have two sides and an angle or two angles on the side. So if that's the problem up, go ahead and after see this illustration, try to set the problem up. And if you're ready to continue from there to solve it, go ahead and solve it, and then turn the video back on when you're ready to continue. So like I did last time, I went ahead and circled the side and the angle that are opposite each other. And we're definitely looking for the side P here, so that means we need this angle to be able to solve for the missing side. Luckily, we have two sides, or sorry, two angles of the triangle, which are both 46s, so that's 92. So what's left is 88. So we're going to start with a complete side angle pair. So I'm going to choose this pair here. So sine of 46 degrees goes with side 26. Sine of 88 degrees goes with side P. So if you did not solve for side P and didn't have the right equation, go ahead and make any corrections you need to, or if you have the right equation, again, start from here and please finish the problem off. Turn the video back on when you're finished. You won't look at the answer, but again, go ahead and move on to problem 5 as well. Alright, so cross multiply. So P times the sine of 46 degrees is equal to 26 times the sine of 88 degrees. To solve for P, you have to divide both sides by the sine of 46 so that P is by itself. Don't forget to close the parentheses, especially on that 88. So 26 times the sine of 88 degrees, close the parenthesis, divided by the sine of 46 degrees, and hopefully you have a length of approximately 36.122. In problem 5, draw a triangle ABC. We are told two angles, one side, and we're looking for a side. So keep in mind, anytime you're given two angles, you actually are able to find all three of the angles. So again, if the side you're looking for doesn't match up with one of the angles, like in the previous problem, find the third angle, and you should be able to pair up B and the 5.3 with an angle that is opposite both sides. So go ahead and set the problem, and then if you feel comfortable, finish it off, move on to problem number 6. And at some point, turn the video back on when you are ready to compare your answers to mine. Alright, so triangle ABC. Angle C is 67, angle B is 42. So I'm just going to go ahead and find angle A, since we have both angles here. So that's 109. So 110, so 71 will make the 180. You're told that side C, which is opposite angle C, is 5.3, and side B, which is opposite angle B, is the side we're looking for. So you need one complete side angle pair, and then you need the pair that has the value you're looking for, so that would be B in 42 degrees. So we're not using 71 at all in this problem. We have our three numbers. So sine of 67 degrees over 5.3 is equal to sine of 42 degrees over side B. So again, if you didn't have this once done correctly, go ahead and change your equation and then solve for the length of B. And again, if you get that done, you want to move on to problem 6, go ahead and do that. Turn the video back on when you're ready to continue. Alright, so the cross multiplication, we multiply those two things together, and red and the two things in green. So B times the sine of 67 degrees is equal to 5.3 times the sine of 42 degrees. We'll be dividing both sides by the sine of 67 degrees so that we get B by itself. So B will be equal to the approximation of 5.3 sine of 42 divided by the sine of 67. Make sure the 42 degrees, you close the parenthesis before doing the division. So, approximately 3.853. All right, problem 6. Again, go ahead and draw the triangle for that. I'm going to do problem 6 with you, problem 7, and then I'm going to have you jump to the homework assignment, which follows problem 12. If you want to take a look at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on your own, that's fine. But I decided just to go ahead and just focus our time on looking for missing length today, since I'm not in class. And then we'll look at area, the area rule, and the next rule, which is called law of cosine, on Wednesday. All right. So for triangle XYZ, you're told the side or angle X is 28. You're told angle Z is 73. You're told the side X is 9.3, and you're looking for side Z. So in this problem here, we do have the one complete pair, and we do have one of the two numbers for the other pair. So angle Y is not needed here because again you have 3 of the 4 numbers. So go ahead and set this problem up and solve for Z. Go ahead and set problem number 7 and solve for solve for Q, which is our first angle problem. And then turn the video back on when you're ready to look at both problems. All right, so this problem here, sine of 28 degrees over 9.3 is equal to the sine of 73 degrees over side Z. So cross multiplication with the two greens and the two purples. So Z times the sine of 28 degrees is equal to 9.3 times the sine of 73 degrees. Divide both sides by the sine of 28 degrees. So that Z is by itself. So Z is approximately 18.944. And then for the last problem for this video, we have triangle PQR. Angle P is 41 degrees. Side P, which is opposite, angle P is 7.89. Side R, which is opposite angle R, is 10.1, and we are looking for angle Q. So we are looking for this angle here, which we'll call theta. So in this problem, the problem we have here is, if I put together the first pair, which is here, and I put together the second pair, the 10.1, which means I can find angle R. I can't find angle Q in these law of sines. But if I can find angle R, or I can find this angle here, then I should be able to find angle cube, because I'll have 2 of the 3 angles. So, sine of 41 degrees over 7.89 is equal to sine of r, angle r, over 10.1. And we got cross multiply. So 10.1 times the sine of 41 degrees is equal to 7.89 times the sine of angle r. Now this was a little different than the previous one because we've got to have it, at least up to now, always divided by the sine of our angle. This time we don't have the angle, so I need to divide both sides by the 7.89. So sine of r is what's left on the right side. So what I would recommend here is that you stick in your calculator the decimal number, or sorry, the fraction to get a decimal number, but don't erase it. So 10.1 sine of 41 degrees, close that parenthesis, divided by 7.89. So I end up here as 0.8398220078. So again, don't round that. Keep that whole number in your calculator. The reason why, because we want to try to get the most accurate answers possible. So we're solving for angle r, which means we have to get rid of sine. So in this problem here, we're going to do inverse sine to both sides. So on the right side, inverse sine gets rid of sine. So the only thing left is r, that's going to be our angle. On the left side, we're going to do inverse sine of that entire decimal number. So if you just would hit second sine, you get sine to the -1, which is inverse sine. At least on my calculator, second, and then the negative sign, which is down at the bottom next to the inter or equal sign, it says A and S above it. That means answer. It will actually plug in the 0.8398220078 in the calculator for you, and if you hit enter, it will give you the angle measurement. So I'll take that decimal number, turn it back into an angle, so hopefully you end up with 57.121 degrees. Alright, so that's the first 7 problems in the handout. Again, if you want to look at the area problems, starting at problem 8 through 12, go ahead and do that. It's just simply taking our right triangle trig rules and extend it to another idea. None of these problems here involve law of sine. We can do these problems with sine. But if you don't want to do those until next class, it's fine. But after problem 12, you'll find 4 problems. 2 of them involving a missing length, the other 2 involving a missing angle. So go ahead and complete those. On the missing side, there's 2 of them that are missing. You can decide which one you think is the appropriate side to find based on the information you're given. So you don't have to find both sides, just one of them. So I didn't indicate on the worksheet which side. I want you to figure out based on the numbers what's the most appropriate side using the law of sines. Same thing with which the best angle to find based on law of sines. Come back with questions on Wednesday for both the Unit 0 activity that was assigned last week, as well as this worksheet. And for those of you that have not taken the test, please message me. Let me know when you want to do that, either Tuesday or Wednesday during resource time. Send me the period, the day, A or B day, teacher's name, and if you have a special period, just tell me which day, A or B, and which period. And so I'm aware that they're coming. For those of you that actually resource, I will create a digital pass for you